Everyone, take a deep breath in and exhale. As is usual at group meditations, take a moment to simply get fully present and relax. Be aware of your physical body in the chair. Make sure that your spine is straight and you are able to breathe freely and easily, inhaling through your nostrils and exhaling through your slightly open mouth. Both feet flat on the floor, and ground yourself. Become aware of the earth energy supporting you and holding you anchored to the ground. And get fully present. Take a moment to gather yourself, mind, body and spirit, to this moment, here and now. The purpose of this meditation is to cleanse your space of any negative energy generated by your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions, and generated by the interactions with other people. So we are doing an energetic space cleansing. You may feel free to engage in a physical space cleansing after this meditation in order to clear out the physical cobwebs that's cluttering up your space. And if you don't have physical cobwebs, well, feel free to unclutter your cupboards and create new open spaces inside all of those cupboards where you are hoarding stuff. Over and above that, space cleansing is intended to be an energetic cleansing of your physical body, your emotional body, mental body, and spiritual body. Operating on spiritual law of as within, so without, we from this moment forward consider I, the soul, incarnated in this physical body as an icon or representation of your sacred space called home. You may, of course, include more than one space in your intention to cleanse, clarify, and heal your sacred space, all the while focusing on one. So in your mind's eye, please create a clear intention to cleanse your home space or your office space or your holiday space, any particular space within which you are likely to spend time and invest energy over the next few months. The other purpose of the space cleansing is to grid your sacred space so that it does in fact have an electromagnetic field that is fully healed and is able to deflect incoming negative energy. Please bear in mind that no matter how many times you cleanse your sacred space, the energy of that space is impacted by your consciousness, your thinking. So when you are engaging in fear-based thinking, then you are cluttering up your own space with negative energy. And no one, not even your angels, can save you from yourself. So part of this meditation is about being aware of what kind of energy you are generating within your own space. And on a nice deep breath in, bring your attention to your third eye. Here the energy center is a deep blue or indigo, and you may imagine or feel it as a ball of energy centered in your forehead, immediately in front of the pineal gland, which is nothing more than a very small pear-shaped gland. And set a clear intention for your third eye to be open, balanced, and easily accessible by your guides, your angels, and ascended masters. Now bring your attention to the back of your third eye and ensure that that aspect of the chakra is also open, active, and accessible. And if you wish to check if the back of your third eye is open, focus your attention on it, breathe in nice and deep, and feel free to place a palm chakra immediately behind your third eye, about a centimeter over it, and feel if the energy is flowing outward through the back of your head in alignment with the third eye in the center of your forehead. You may use exactly the same process to check if your third eye is flowing outward in the front. And when you are certain that your third eye is active and open and accessible, take a deep breath in and relax. In your mind's eye, you may follow the invocation and intention setting for this meditation. Raphael, Angel of Healing, be present. Support us as we seek to cleanse within and without, and to create a healing shield on our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies as the personal sacred space of this soul incarnated here and now, and in our physical environments, homes, offices, second homes, sanctuaries, that all incoming energy may be healed, revitalized, and uplifted before we interact with it. Ariel, Lion of God, be present. Support our sacred cleansing. I'm going to talk to you. No. Yes, clear intention. Support our space cleansing, that even as we cleanse our sacred spaces, physical bodies, and physical environments, so too may the energy of healing and cleansing apply to the earth itself, that our greater home and larger community may benefit from the investment of this energy and the clarity of our intentions, that we seek always to see our context of soul as a oneness universal consciousness. Michael, Prince of Light, be present. All of the work from this moment forward is in your hands. We seek your protection and the harmony that you bring into our lives through our interactions with each other. And above all, we seek your guidance in ensuring that the spaces we live in and the spaces that live within us are uplifting, protected, safe, and stable. That we may be aware of the negative energy that we bring to ourselves as our self-sabotaging ego selves, and be uplifted moment by moment into releasing our victimhood, rising above our personality selves, and seeking to live from the power of soul. I am asked to announce that we are accompanied in this meditation by some of the Ascended Masters who have accompanied us in other meditations. To the left of me I have Ascended Master Dwal Ko, and beyond him I have Ascended Master Jesus Christ, and overlighting the entire meditation is Ascended Master Maitreya. take a moment to breathe and rest and clarify your intention that your home may be a sacred space for you, your family, and your sacred contracts. That it may be a space of harmony despite disagreement and contradiction and conflict. That it may be a space in which you are able to feel vulnerable and safe at the same time. That your strength will lie in being loving and kind and compassionate. And that your warrior energy will step forth in order to protect that which is yours in accordance with your needs. And set a clear intention and ask of the universe that everything you bring to the greater context of oneness consciousness must serve the highest good of all parties concerned. That wherever possible, the opportunities to heal the planet and the voiceless beings who accompany us must be given and taken with grace. And wherever possible, where you may bring a kindness to the heart of others and a smile to the heart of others, that those opportunities should arise in your awareness moment by moment, and that even then you should have the resources to fulfill them. As we approach the so-called season of giving and celebration of the birth of an ascended master, there is no better time to celebrate the birth of self. And as we move into higher and higher vibrations at the end of the Mayan calendar and the end of a particular era of the Hindu calendar, there is no greater auspicious moment to become more, to celebrate your soul self present here and now, and to access the higher and higher vibrations available to us all. This is a moment of rebirth. The shifts and changes have begun already. And in clearing your space and cleansing your space, you are opening yourself up to greater and greater vibrations. So we begin with a thank you. Thank you, God, for every moment and every breath and every challenge and every opportunity that allows each and every soul to become more in service of the total evolution of all. And in your mind's eye, you may now picture the sacred space that you wish to create as home or office or other home. Choose your physical environment and picture it as clearly as possible in your mind's eye. Just for a moment, imagine that you are standing outside it. That from where you stand, you are able to see the whole of it. See your front door and your roof, and if you live in an apartment, then see the front door of your apartment block as clearly as possible. And if you need to shift your perspective in order to see an outside window, then please do. Identify the physical space as clearly as possible. Remember that the picture you are sending into the universe for this distance gridding is the location you are providing. Clarify the details. If there is any one particular landmark that shows off your space, distinguishes it from others, then bring that to the fore too. And if you are uncertain of the image that you are holding in your mind, then in your mind, tell the angels your physical address. Simply bring the thought of your physical address into being. Send it out clearly. And even as you do, you will be able to feel, imagine, sense, and know that Archangel Michael has arrived, that he is fully present at the physical environment you have chosen to work with, as well as all the other physical environments you have chosen to extend this cleansing and healing to. Yes, Archangel Raphael and Archangel Ariel are also fully present. You do not need to doubt that they have accompanied Michael. So in your mind's eye, you may imagine a trio of angels, physically, energetically, and spiritually present with you, within you, and in your sacred space. Imagine them standing outside your house, looking at it exactly as you are. Imagine them rising above it, that they may get an aerial view of the property and able to see the perimeters of it. And now imagine them standing on the roof itself. See your roof as clearly as possible, the color of your roof. And if you have several levels of roof, imagine them at the topmost level, where they are able to maintain the aerial view of your property and its boundaries. We are going to begin with Archangel Michael. In your mind's eye, you may imagine, sense, or feel Archangel Michael standing on the topmost level of your roof and gently drawing up all of the old energy, all of the stale, unnecessary energy. You may imagine him using his blue flame sword to do this, or you may imagine him simply holding out his hands and through his palm chakras, drawing the energy up until a small whirlpool has been created in the chakras of his palms. And if you wish to feel the energy flowing over your home and over your personal being, simply turn your palm chakras up and allow the energy to flow outward. Allow your short-term memory to make a note of any physical sensations that you are experiencing, while keeping your focus on Archangel Michael, gently vacuuming up all of the old energy from your personal electromagnetic field, the physical body, emotional body, mental body, and spiritual body, and from your physical environment, electromagnetic field, starting with the boundaries of your property all the way through to the inner sanctum of your physical space. You may go a step further and see your house, your home, your office, your physical environment gently losing any gray, foggy energy that sits over it. You may see it losing all of its dust mites. This does not mean that you do not have to do physical dusting. You may see it losing the energy parasites that look like dust mites. You may see it losing long strands of negative energy that come from repetitive thinking. These look a lot like spaghetti and feel as slimy as old spaghetti. You may see large clumps of dark energy being removed from your physical environment, as well as your personal body environment. These are representative of accumulated feelings that have gone unacknowledged or unheard. They are also accumulated negative information, data, feelings, emotions, and thoughts, in other words, negative consciousness, in terms of your repetitive behavior patterns and experiences. Very much like a cat hairball that needs to be coughed up and spat out. You may even see fronds of negative energy, tendrils running this way and that in a haphazard fashion. These are usually present as a result of the impact of other people's negative thinking, negative attitudes, fears and doubts that impact on you and your home or physical environment. Simply keep the picture of your physical environment in your mind's eye. And if any and all of those energetic pictures come to the fore or strike you as being real, take a moment to breathe deeply and give Michael some time to clear it away. If you feel it anywhere in your physical body, emotional body, mental body, or spiritual body, breathe into that particular location, and again, give Michael some time to vacuum it up. Even as you think it, so too it is removed. So simply focus on the space, personal and physical, and allow Michael to vacuum up every nook and cranny, to remove all of the stale energy that no longer serves you. And if you have specific spaces in your home that are in need of greater cleansing, like your front door and the toilets and the storage rooms that have not seen the light of day, anywhere where there is an accumulation of negativity, any room in which there is consistent and constant conflict. And for those of you who have telephone lines, any room in which those telephone lines are established, spaces of communication, spaces of public interaction, spaces where your facade ego self comes to the fore and negates your magnificent spiritual being. Any and all spaces where your mobile telephone invades your spirit. So bedside tables, studies, office desks, anywhere where your procrastination has led to physical clutter and mental clutter, detail them all in your mind's eye. If you have cupboards under stairs or nooks and crannies under stairs, clean those too. Imagine Michael vacuuming up the energy. Feel free to take him on a tour of your home and throw open the cupboards. Throw open all of the hidden aspects of yourself and your home that Michael may clean it and leave you dust and dirt free. You may even take him into spaces where you think or feel or imagine or simply know people who have not yet crossed over about it. If you have any indication that there are poltergeists or ghosts or bodiless energies living in your space and feeding off your energy, then simply ask Michael to remove them too. Ask that he uplift all soul beings who are trapped on the physical plane. That all restless spirit may be returned to the peacefulness of home. And if you have areas in your garden where your plants are inexplicably dying, or spaces where negative energy has been consciously removed, spaces of prayer and meditation, ask him to ensure that those too are properly cleansed. Take him everywhere. Show him everything. You are perfectly safe, and angels don't gossip. It is wonderfully appropriate to allow Michael into the nooks and crannies of your heart and your mind and your soul, and into the nooks and crannies of your physical environment. And even as Michael is clearing away the dust and the grime and the negative energy, bring your attention to Archangel Raphael and Archangel Ariel. Ariel is present to infuse your home with loving, unconditional energy. She is known as the Lion of God. She brings you courage and the willingness to be vulnerable. She brings you prosperity and the willingness to receive. And she brings you love. She is the angel of the rose quartz, planetary healing, animal healing. So you may imagine her flowing into your home with beautiful pink rose quartz energy, infusing all of those cleaned out nooks and crannies with compassion, with love, with the greatest potential for joy. And even as she flows inward into your personal body and your physical environment, so too does she flow outward into the universe itself. So you may see her energy flowing in every possible direction in a three-dimensional way, taking your intention to heal the planet into its furthest corners. You may focus it on spaces of strife and conflict. You may focus it on areas of the world where people are truly in pain and anger and sorrow, even as you focus it on yourself. For are they not just another part of you living elsewhere, in other bodies? And as Ariel's energy flows off in different directions, to the furthest corners of the world, and the furthest corners of your own being and your own physical environment, you may bring your attention to Archangel Raphael. Raphael brings with him the capacity to heal your distress and dis-ease. He asks that we be open to surrendering the aspects of self, the thoughts and fears that limit us and sabotage us, that keep us victims of consciousness and unconsciousness. And you may see him in your mind's eye, filling you, chakra by chakra, from the top of your head to the soles of your feet, with a beautiful, healing, green energy, flowing all the way from your soul star chakra down to the earth star chakra. And even as he does that, you can see his green energy flowing outward to the perimeters of your property until it is completely covered by healing green energy. This is a warming energy. It folds itself around your property like a beautiful green blanket, warming the space, raising its vibration, bringing its frequency into stability with the frequencies that are impacting on it from a universal perspective. In exactly the same way, the green energy filling your being is intended to raise your vibration so that your energy system is more integrated, consolidated, and present, more able to contain and manage the impact of the shifting vibrations of this era in time, and more receptive to receiving the universal abundance that has become available as of the full moon yesterday. We now have 3 flows of energy. The blue energy of Michael still pulling all of the negative energy outward. The unconditionally pink, loving energy of Ariel flowing in 3 dimensions, inward and outward. And the green, healing energy of Raphael flowing inward and encompassing and embracing all that you have intended to cleanse and heal. You are doing very well. Just breathe and rest. Be gracious and allow the angels to do their work. They love to serve and they are gleeful, joyful that you are present and asking. That you are asking and receiving. And that you are receiving without controlling. Our Ascended Masters keep trying to interrupt this meditation, so please bear with me. Just breathing gently and allowing Michael and Ariel and Raphael to complete their work. And while Ariel and Raphael keep the energy flowing, Michael is ready to move on to the next part of this work. We will now begin gridding your sacred space and healing the electromagnetic field of your incarnated self as well as your physical environment. The healing energy that has embraced you has created 1 layer. The unconditionally loving energy of Ariel and the planetary healing that you have sent out has created a 2nd layer. You may imagine in your mind's eye that you and your physical environment now have 2 energy layers protecting and buffering you from the world. The first of these layers is green, personal. The second of these layers is pale rose quartz pink, universal. Michael will now work with the 3rd layer. The energy of Michael is a beautiful blue. He ranges between the aquamarine of your throat chakra and the deep, mysterious indigo of your 3rd eye. And he says nothing is impossible. Where you know that your energy system requires vitality, place me there. Imagine that there are millions of me, that I am every drop in the ocean, and anoint yourself with this energy that seeks to serve, always to serve, to heal you, to protect you, to calm you. And in keeping you safe, we keep you present for all that you are capable of being. We keep you present for your potential. We keep you present for our potential. For in serving you, we are uplifted to our greater selves. And that doesn't mean that we get a promotion. So in your mind's eye, imagine Michael as magnificently as possible. He loves to show off occasionally in beautiful blue robes with a sapphire in his third eye, and his wings, which are really non-existent, open wide. On other occasions, as today, he comes through as a magnificent bright blue energy, waving his blue flame sword around in a very threatening attitude, demanding that anything and everything that destabilizes you and your environment and threatens the very existence of your God self here must step forward and be held accountable. So take a moment to feel him. Take a moment to feel the joy of his presence and the power of his being. Take a moment to enjoy him. And then you may allow him, very gently, to cut through the cords that are still hanging around, all of the attachments and karmic unreleased debts that you hold dear. Let him swirl his blue flame sword around you, that you may be released, that you may love from love alone, that you may love without fear, and that you may receive love with grace, with gratitude. Let him cut through the cords that hold your fears and your entanglements, all of the broken promises and unfulfilled commitments, all of the little hooks that drain you on a daily basis, all of the need to be needed, the need to be in control, the need to know, the need to be right, even the need to be loved. Allow him to detach you from all need. And even as he swirls his sword around, see the worlds of blue energy flowing around you, and see your energetic field filling with the spiraling blue energy, everything from aquamarine to indigo, worlds upon worlds of blue, the depths of the ocean and the profound purity of the sky. Here is Michael in the full range of God-given powers to serve. And I think he's showing off a little too. If angels show off, that is. Every conceivable hue of blue that you can imagine is flowing in your energy field, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, embracing all of your auric bodies, all 12 of them, in a beautiful, cozy cocoon of blue. And even as that energy swirls around you, you may feel, imagine, or sense the lines of latitude and longitude that make up your electromagnetic field falling into place, all of the breaks being healed and replenished, until your entire auric field has a beautiful swirling energy of blue buffering you from the external world, and your electromagnetic field is a series, a complicated network of lines of latitude and longitude, creating a lattice of deep dark blue over your entire auric field. You may see yourself as a large egg, first with a level of green, and then with a level of pink, and then with swirling blue energy constantly in motion, and then a lattice, the lines of latitude and longitude in a deep dark blue. And see the lines as being thick, strong, and unbreakable, healed, revitalized, full, vibrating with a higher frequency than ever before. This is the energy of the Gemini full moon, the energy of I know who I am. I know my truth and I stand by it. I stand in it. It stands within me. And now that we have completed the work on your personal being, you may bring your attention once more to your physical environment and see Michael with his blue flame sword standing high above it. Join him in seeing an aerial view of your home. We begin by placing the grid on the boundaries of your property. Start in one corner of your property and allow your view to traverse section by section until you have covered the entire boundary and have come back to where you began from. If you are working with an apartment block or an office block within which your personal physical environment is contained, then do the boundary of the entire apartment block. There is no harm in creating a protected space for all who reside in the same space. So see the boundary of your physical environment strengthened and enhanced with an electromagnetic field that is the same deep dark blue as your own, starting from one corner of the boundary and flowing with the walls, with the fences, with the electric fences, with the gates. Follow the boundary. See Michael strengthening the existing electromagnetic field that has been beautifully cleaned. All around, past the front doors and the side doors and the back doors. And if your property takes a little skew, follow that too. Any tangents, any corners, even areas of your property where you may not be certain that it's yours. If it's a wall that faces your property in any way, or the home within which you live, include it. Be generous of spirit if you have neighbors. Allow their walls that touch yours to receive the same energy. And feel that blue energy, strong, vibrant, becoming well established, rooted on the perimeters of your property. And now see it grow. See Michael raising his blue flame sword until the lines of latitude and longitude grow taller and taller and taller. So tall that they reach into the heavens, all the way up, creating a column of vibration around your space. And you may now see the top of that column being very gently closed off, as if the entire top of the column that represents your perimeter is being squeezed together and tied off like a plastic bag, with your entire property inside it. Ariel says it looks like when you buy fish. The fish are swimming in a little bit of water at the bottom of a plastic bag, while the bag itself has been blown up with enough air to sustain them for a while. So imagine your home inside that large blue bag created by Michael and sealed off at the top with enough heavenly divine energy to sustain you for the rest of this lifetime. And when we have completed your perimeter, bring your attention to the physical home itself, to the physical building inside the perimeter. Once again, imagine Michael standing at the top of your house or building and following with his blue flame sword the shape of the building itself. It doesn't matter if it's an awkward shape. It doesn't matter if there is more than one building. It doesn't matter if the building is of several levels. See him tracing the foundations of your home and all of the associated buildings, or the foundation of your offices or flats and associated buildings, garages, outdoor sheds. See him tracing it with his blue flame sword, and again grounding, anchoring a grid, establishing the electromagnetic field that will rise up around it, better than burglar guards, fitting like a glove to the shape of your physical space. Exactly like your etheric body fits like a Spider-Man suit to your physical body. So see the electromagnetic field of your physical environment being strengthened and defined and refined so that it fits your physical environment like a glove. Again, if you live in an apartment block, or if it is a large building that you share with others, allow the entire building to be embraced, enhanced, and strengthened until the entire outside framework is fully gridded and the same deep dark blue lines of latitude and longitude are well established, fitting snugly and neatly to all of the turns, detours, and contours of your physical environment. Any bodies of water, swimming pools, ponds, natural formed lakes, water fountains are automatically included. In fact, the grid will extend between your perimeter walls and your physical building as the garden. It will all be included, layer by layer by layer. And once again, standing above your physical environment, see the entire building snugly and neatly encompassed in beautiful blue lines, fully gridded, an entire network of protective, harmonizing energy over every possible space. And now, just because you live in a context, and because a home is in fact a sacred space where you should feel safe to be who you are, invite Michael into your physical environment. Invite him into your home and your sanctuary. Present it to him. Walk him in the front door or down the chimney. It doesn't matter which. Place him in your favorite room. Show him around. Allow the details of the beauty of your physical space to become as real as possible. If you have statues of Michael at home, show him those too. Any spaces where you have crystals or deities, any space in which you acknowledge your connectedness to spirit, show him those too. And everywhere he goes, feel his blue energy simply expanding, filling your rooms, filling your cupboards, filling all of the nooks and crannies with beautiful blue energy. Beautiful, protective blue energy, harmonizing blue energy, synchronizing blue energy. And for those of you who have manifestation boards and journals and cupboards in which you dialogue with your angels, point them out. Give him the full tour. He loves to share your life with you. Show him where you sit to talk to him. Give him the tour of your personal space as your friend, as your confidant, as your companion in every moment from this moment forward. And if there is a space where you go to be alone, to hide from the rest of the world and nurse your wounds, show him that too. And bear in mind, everything you show Michael, he sees through the eyes of God, and he sees with the eyes of God. Everything that Michael sees with you is shown automatically to all of the other angels who serve you. It is shown from your heart to his, to theirs. It is shown to your guides and your ascended masters. So be yourself. Be at home. And if there are any lingering doubts and fears, breathe them out and hand them over. And as Michael moves through your home, feel the energy of it shifting and changing. See your entire home being gridded on the inside. Wall after wall after wall. and all of those electromagnetic fields being strengthened until the lattice is seen clearly and has become strong and full and whole, completely containing the energy of Raphael and Ariel that has already been infused into the space. So even as the outer grid has held their energy in place, so too will the inner grid. Even as your inner grid holds you fully connected with the universe and serves your outer grid, so too will the inner grid of your home, your physical environment. And while you are still there with Michael, take a moment to feel your home. Where in this physical environment is the heart of it? And when you have identified a location in this physical environment that is the heart of it, make a note of it in your mind and in your short-term memory so that you may acknowledge it when you are in your physical environment, so that you may place something there to remind you that the angels are present, that their energy is present, that if you ever need a reminder of their willingness to serve, it is there. And if you need a reminder to ask, it is there. And then take a moment to thank the angels, or to commune with them, to feel them, to be with them. They are always with you. You are not always with them. Thank you, guides, and the Ascended Masters, for their presence and their contribution. And when you are ready, allow all of the thoughts, images, imaginings to dissipate. Become aware of your physical body, sitting in the chair. Make sure that your feet are still firmly on the floor. Get as grounded as possible. And when you are ready, bring yourself back to this moment, here and now.